Hi. Each day, an estimated of 300 million women and girls worldwide go through menstruation. And this is why we are here today, joined with my two friends, to raise awareness about this issue, with May, the month of May, being the World Menstrual Hygiene Month, awareness, and 28th May being the World Menstrual Hygiene Day. So my name is Wanjiro Mboro. I am a social entrepreneur here in Isiolo County and a youth activist, and together with my friends here, we are here to raise awareness about the Menstrual Hygiene Day and Menstrual Hygiene Month, and problems that women, especially in the arid and semi-arid areas, experience because of lack of facilities and materials in which we can be able to use during our menstrual period. So I would like to invite my fellow my friends to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Leila Ali. I am working at Nanyuki, but born and raised here in Isiolo, and I'm really passionate about women and girls in general. And I'll also let my other friend introduce herself.
Hi, I am Warema Moge. I am an Afro-feminist. I'm very passionate about working with women, and I actually work with women on a day-to-day basis. And I'm very passionate as well about menstrual hygiene, especially for young women and girls around the arid and semi-arid areas, and more specifically here in Isiolo, because I was born and raised in this town.
I don't know if it is right to say that in the African setting, because I do not think that is correct, but from how you were raised, it was sort of taboo to talk about our menstrual experiences. When we're going through it, it has to be such a secret thing that you're not supposed to talk about. And I feel like you agree with me when we say one of the main problems is that girls and women are made not to talk about their experiences, and that is why so many continue to suffer with this problem, because you just have to keep quiet about it. And I feel like when we come out and share our experiences, it creates sort of a safe space and an open space for women and girls to talk about it, and for it to be in a, let's say, day-to-day conversation, because why not, right?
Yes.
So for me, I was sort of a late bloomer, and I first had my period when I was in high school. I was in Form 1. So it happened in a very awkward manner, because you know when you're in primary, you're just waiting, and then it's not coming. So I was like, it's okay, let's just swing it. When it comes, it comes. So we had gone to Naivasha to visit my older brother, and it was my dad, my younger brother, and I. So we were staying at my older brother's house, and you know, now during the day he leaves and goes to work, and then now us we're left, and then we go to our places, we see. So on this particular day, I go to the washroom, and after I finish my business, I see I have a visitor. So I was like, what do I do? Because of course at that age you don't have money on you, you just have to go and ask your parent for money. And you see, like in primary schools, we used to have those girl talks, you know. You're called aside with the female teachers, you're told what. So I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So also I did, and I didn't have a phone, you know, at those times, people did not have phones. So I went to my dad was sitting by the balcony, so I went. Kusema, hey daddy, habari mzuri. Sasa nisaidie na simu. Simu. You see, now when you're a teenager and then you want a phone, so your dad is like, what do you want the phone for? So I said I just want to talk to mom. There is something that I would like to tell her. Then he said, okay, here you go. So I went to the bedroom. I made sure my small bro cannot just come into the room and hear me talking about it. Oh my God. So I just went. And I made sure it was locked. So I called my mom. And this is because you feel ashamed. I don't know why you feel ashamed because of a natural thing that is happening to you. So I was whispering. So I was like, Mom, nimepata periods. Then African moms on the other hand, they're like, super scared. Then I was like, so I just gathered my courage and I told her that I've started my period, what should I do? Then she told me, go and tell your dad to give you 200 shillings. Then I told her he is going to ask me what that money is for. Then she told me, just go and tell him to give you money, that you need money to sort out some issues. So I went and I asked my dad for money. As I was going to return the phone, I went. Well, it took some time, first of all, you go to the toilet, and the first thing that you do, is take tissue. I took tissue because I didn't want it to continue soiling my clothes. So I took tissue, I put tissue. Then I went and asked my dad. I returned the phone, I said thank you. Then I asked, could I please have some 200 shillings? Of course, he asked for what, but I say that I had issues to sort out. Then, he just said, okay. Then he got the money and then he gave me. Then I rushed outside very fast. I think ningevunja record ya Eliud Kipchoge if it was a short mini. So I went to the shop. I bought it. I ensured it was wrapped very, yes, and a paper bag so that no one could. It was actually like how I was describing it, smuggling. So I smuggled it inside the house, inside the room, and then I went to the toilet and I sorted myself out. So that was my first experience. Yeah. So please, please, you can continue share with us your experiences as we move on.
Mine wasn't funny like that. Lucky for me, my school that I went to, the primary school, they already oriented us. So I got mine when I was in class 8. And after the orientation, I think it was easy after learning the whole how to do it and getting it at that time. It wasn't that shocking because I already
you've learned it
through the teaching they've done. So I got it at night, unfortunately. When I was going to the bathroom, and I wasn't shocked. Luckily I wasn't shocked, and they just continued. I wore pads and then continued.
So you had them. You had pads.
Yeah, we stored. I think I used my mom's at that time.
Oh, okay.
I was sure she was on period that time. So I just grabbed one and then used it.
Did you tell her?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. And how was the experience? Like, how did you approach her? How did you start the conversation?
Yeah, I felt happy when I actually saw it. I was so happy. I'm a woman now. I was so happy. And then I was like, okay, now what's the next step? Because we were told. So I went in. I told my mom. That's when I told my mom, uko na pads kwa nyumba anyhow, because I wasn't so I asked for it. I went and changed, and it was good.
So she knew this was your first time?
Yeah, she knew.
Did you have the talk?
No. Not at all. Okay. Not at all. I'm glad the school did, because I think that would be awkward to do it with my mom. But like, hivi ndo unafanya hivi. Then I think ningekuwa na shock.
Like when it's coming from her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So my first period was when I was in class 6. in 2000. I'll never forget. It was 27th April 2005. I'll never
Hey.
forget that day.
Okay.
I've been menstruating for about 15 years, I think now. So I was sleeping. It was during the holidays. I was sleeping in the afternoon. That siesta for afternoon. So I've just slept. And I'm pressed, and I go to the toilet. As I'm finishing, I'm like, hey, what's up? I saw spotting. It was so light. It was like spotting.
Yeah.
So I was like, is it not? It is, because I mean, I've not rode bikes anytime. Like, there was no other reason. So I just went and knocked. My mom was around. My mom was at home. So I went and knocked. It was on a Friday. I went and knocked on her door, and I told her. Then she's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, let me get something. And I'll say this, I speak from a point of privilege, because I'm fortunate to have a mother who works in the health profession. So for us, it was not such a difficult thing. She expected this. She had stored pads in the house. So we had the talk.
Oh, okay.
So it was, I'm really privileged. I know I'm very privileged when I speak about it, and it's not the experience of most girls. I know most girls are not in a position to experience what I experienced. So for me, it was a walk in the park. But then what I'd love to highlight was, after that day, after it was like 2 days, then they disappeared completely. Like, until I was in class 8 again.
Yeah.
So it was
different.
yeah, it was very different.
I also had some sort of that. Mine too came in that form.
Yeah, so they disappeared. So I was like, oh, okay. So my mom, after sometimes she asked me, you've not gotten again? I was like, no. I was like, oh, okay. But probably because of the weather, blah blah.
Were you worried about it, that it didn't come like for a second time, ama that it was too short?
I was.
Like, what was your expectation?
I was expecting for it to be monthly, of course. I was expecting it that, okay, now started it will be. And I already my mom had those beads, so we were counting. I told her now, so count, and funny enough, I'm also my periods are very regular. So it was at first I was expecting, it was when I didn't see the second month, the third month, I was like, oh, wait, what has happened to me? But I told my mom about it. She's like, oh, it's fine. Sometimes this happens, could be because of many reasons, weather, climate, stress, and diet, and a couple of things. So the real time I experienced periods was like the first day of KCPE.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you, that was like, and these things of ati when you're just about to have your periods, you have like a pimple, where imagine like, all the signs were there. But I still, like, it was not in my mind. So the first day of KCPE, I'm seated. Na nilikuwa huko, she went to school with Shiro in the same class. So nilikuwa huko mbele mbele. Mad style, and she was index 1. Yes. Actually, I'm feeling like why am I feeling like something is wet somewhere? And it's maths paper. The moment you step out for 5 minutes, time imeisha, naweza maliza paper. So I sat there as I did that maths paper. I am worried that I have soiled my dress, which I had actually. And I just sat and did my maths paper until I finished. I don't think I've ever told anyone that story.
Wow.
Today. I think even my mom, I don't think she knew that story. So I sat.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, so I sat, and then the toilets, Hekima, the toilets are like sijui where.
A kilometer away.
Where. Oh my God. So I rush, I go have to like panguza my dress so that nobody knows, and I have to come sit for the next paper. Oh my God, it was hectic. But good, but sure enough, I had the experience. And then that day it was like a tap had been opened. Wow. So it was really hectic doing KCP and being on my periods, like for the first time, really first time. So yeah, that was my experience.
Wow. Thank you all for sharing. It was fun to hear about it, and I also think that it's going to make other girls feel like it's okay. These are normal things. These are things that you should expect. They are natural. So but you see, before this, and I also feel like people of guys of the other gender, of the opposite gender, there's sort of misconceptions that they have about menstruation or periods. But let's say for a fact, like how Aremo was talking about pimples, when you just mentioned it, I touched my face. I usually have a pimple before it comes, so I was checking if it's still there. So I'd really like us to talk about the misconceptions that people have in these, especially just in periods generally. First of all, how do you feel about them?
I actually don't like them, because I think they even come in between girls and accessing the right sort of care, the right source of resources to handle and to manage this situation. Because I think for me, one of the most annoying misconceptions is about PMS. So every time I'm angry, that chick must probably be on a period. Why? So
it's like you're not allowed to have emotions.
You can't have emotions. You can't be moody in peace. If you have an issue with someone in the office, it's just you're probably too. And they say it in a very, very not nice way. You're probably ananyesha.
It really comes out so bad.
I don't like it. And for me, from a personal experience, I am never angry during. Like it's for me, my it's actually PMS. It's premenstrual syndrome. So for me, it's actually like it says. So I'm probably irritable maybe before, but not during. So I find it really annoying when someone assumes when I'm just angry or agitated about something, it has got something to do with my periods. Yeah, it's not okay. I think.
I also agree with you. And she mentioned PMS. And I want to talk about how different bodies experience period in different way. You also mentioned that yours is regular. Also mine is regular. Regular means it comes every month after every 28 days. And for you, I believe it's irregular. And we have PMS also, which is premenstrual syndrome. I have the pimple. I get moody. I get really moody. So I think different bodies, different way of reacting during period. There are people who have like pimples all over. They swell. They're different signs. I believe. And saying that, like saying when you're moody, you're definitely on your period. I believe it's not a good thing.
It is not a good thing. It turns you off. And it's just it gets you angry. Yes. All right.